in the end, all these tips here are about presentation. They're kind of like the dressing around like, your professional core, which is like what you've actually done. In the end, like if you don't have a strong core, like you actually don't have a ton of accomplishments, then no amount of presentation optimization is going to fix that, because it's like, you can only make nothing look so good, because at its core it's still nothing. So like this session that Rahul and I are giving, like this is the first of many. Like we're trying to create a truly extensive suite of advice that helps you at every part, like every kind of facet of like your tech career. So if you need help kind of actually getting more content to put on your resume, so then you can optimize it, we would love to help you. And I think for a lot of more junior folks in particular, which again is a good amount of our community, like either like bootcamp grad, bootcamp students, or just like students in university, you don't have a lot to put on your resume because you're just starting, which is completely makes sense. And I think one of the things that people are haven't really fully caught on to yet is that you can get something pretty dang close to work experience without actually working, and that's through side projects. And in this day and age, it is so easy for anyone to deploy an app to production to like thousands, if not millions of users. And you can do it all for free, because there's like if anyone's used Heroku, like you can get so much stuff on the free tier for Heroku. You can easily support a 1 to 5,000 user app on Heroku for free. And we want to help you do that. As mentioned in my intro, I have been doing this for 8 years now. I started building Android apps for fun back in college at UCLA. I've deployed several apps. I've gotten over 10,000 users, and it takes a lot of hard work, but like kind of conceptually, it's not that hard. And I want to help bridge that gap for those of you like who don't know where to start with side projects, you don't know how to grow, you don't know how to come up with a good idea, and that's what we're going to cover in the next session. So like you can kind of see these sessions as like kind of pieces to a journey. Like I think resume optimization is like one of like the earlier steps in the journey. When it comes to side projects, the first step is coming up with an idea. So our next session, which is on Saturday, June 19th, which Rahul has been kind enough to link in the chat, it will be solely focused on how to come up with an idea for our side project that can get a bunch of users and doesn't require like you can probably build it for free, or it's very cheap.
Yeah, I think that this last slide is super important. The way to think about resumes is that, like Alex mentioned before, it is probably one of the most important professional documents that you will ever have. So you need to invest time in it. But keep in mind that a resume is necessary, but not sufficient to get a job. Does that make sense to everyone? Like you need to have a really polished resume. That's like a baseline, but there's a lot that needs to go into your resume to make it stand out. And there's also a lot more that happens in order to make you a successful software engineer, which is what we all want. And so that's what I think in our minds for Alex and I, like the next logical question for all of you is going to be, okay, how can I make my resume stand out more? And that's where side projects come in. But there's also a broader point here, which is that we really want to share our experience and share our tips and tactics with all of you. So if you have feedback or you have thoughts on what else might be helpful for you in your journey, then please do just join the Slack and send us a message or connect with us on LinkedIn, because the whole point of this is to be as helpful as possible for all of you. So with that, I think we are now going to open it up for questions. And I know that probably at this point, some people may want to drop off, but I just wanted to say that, time is so important. And the fact that many of you have chosen to spend your time with us on this Saturday morning or Saturday evening, wherever you are, it means a lot. So definitely connect with us. And this is intended to be helpful for you. So if you have feedback on what we could do better or what you want to see in the future, just let us know.